I really don't understand how they can come to um, a positive outcome. In fact, to be quite honest, I hope they don't. Yeah, well, that's another problem I've got with this because the fact that Pakistan, which I consider to be a terrorist state, has somehow positioned itself as the sort of the neutral arbitrator. If they wanted to have a neutral arbitrator, it could have been India. I don't understand why it's Pakistan. I mean, the Iranian machine has been smashed into 1,000 pieces over the past 5 weeks, but now Iran is suddenly holding global oil to ransom. And the Americans want to negotiate. And I don't think they should be negotiating. I just don't believe that. Yep.
Mr. Vance, thank you very much for speaking with ANI from UK. Sir, I'll begin by asking you, the Iranian and American delegation have arrived in Islamabad. The US delegation is led by JD Vance. First of all, what are your expectations from the talks, and how significant is it that the US and Iran are engaging directly at such a high level after weeks of conflict, and this conflict has already affected global energy supplies. How closely is the world watching these talks, sir?
Well, I think the world will watch very closely because obviously the big factor is things like global energy costs, as you rightly say. I mean, from my perspective on this one, historically, if you look back at any other kind of major negotiations between countries, normally when you get a high level delegation like this meeting, it's kind of predetermined that there will be some sort of a positive result. But on this occasion, I honestly can't see how there is going to be an outcome because the parties seem so far apart. And yet we have the US VP, my namesake, JD Vance. He's going to be there. He's going to be talking to the rump of the Khamenei regime, as far as I can see. And I really don't understand how they can come to a positive outcome. In fact, to be quite honest, I hope they don't.
Right. So Pakistan has positioned itself as a key mediator. How credible and effective is Islamabad in this role?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's another problem I've got with this because the fact that Pakistan, which I consider to be a terrorist state, has somehow positioned itself as the sort of the neutral arbitrator. I find that very, very strange. I mean, if they wanted to have a neutral arbitrator, it could have been India. I don't understand why it's Pakistan. So that's another reason that I'm very distrustful of this of these talks. It's being held in the wrong place and in many regards on the wrong principles. So if a positive outcome happens, I mean, what is a positive outcome, you might equally ask? Is it just to say, let's have a form of peace and abandon the Iranian people who rose up and were slaughtered in their thousands? Is that a positive outcome? I don't think so. So I've got major questions with this one. And also, just as it legitimizes Pakistan, which shouldn't be legitimized in my view anyway, just as it does that, it also gives Iran credibility, which it shouldn't have. I mean, the Iranian machine has been smashed into 1,000 pieces over the past 5 weeks, but now Iran is suddenly holding global oil to ransom, and the Americans want to negotiate. And I don't think they should be negotiating. I just don't believe that.
Mr. Vance, the ceasefire also appears shaky, particularly with continued tensions in Lebanon. Does this undermine the credibility of the talks?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I mean, when it comes to Lebanon, this is Israel attacking Hezbollah. Hezbollah is basically, as you know, a proxy for Iran. So what this demonstrates to me is that the US was right to attack Iran because it is Iran has all these global, terrorist proxies in Lebanon, in South Yemen, in Gaza. They've got them all over the place, and so I think Israel's right to attack Hezbollah because Hezbollah is a threat to Israel. But now that Iran's saying that that's a precondition that there can be no attacks, again, it's you got to admit it's very strange The parties are so far apart. And I don't see how a deal is going to happen. But as I say, I support Israel in attacking Hezbollah. They're a terrorist group. If the Lebanese don't like that, then they should sort it out themselves. And they haven't. So,